Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. Today is a yes or no reading. So yes or no readings, just gonna give you the heads up. Will not tell you what to do, but will and may, however, confirm what you already know. So yeah, give yourself a moment to pick a pile. So we've got piles 1, piles 2 and piles 3. Just checking to see if my camera's working, because as we saw by the last videos, my camera's not been my friend. So let's get stuck in and see what's happening for cards number 1. Let's move this back a bit. Yes or no, cards number 1. Ooh. This is a yes. I feel like cards number 1, pile number 1, this is going to be a love offering of some sort. Like intoxicating. Like gets all your juices flowing, you know what I mean? That kind of like, that kind of connection. So this is kind of like a yes. If it's like a love question, this is yes. This is a 100% yes. I feel like they're watching you from a distance. Just saying, putting it out there. Admiring you from afar at the moment. Will they make their move? Yeah, they will. They will, because they see how magnetic you are and they can't help but move forward. Quite romantic. They definitely have that kind of like, you know, that kind of dominance, not the disrespectful kind, but that kind that will put you in your place. Like if you need to be put in your place. Doesn't matter, male, female, doesn't really matter. Strong energy, let's just say that. There's a lot of like temptation, but not in a bad way, you know, like not like, you know, like a little bit of like, naughtiness is fun, you know, like we don't want like, I mean maybe some of you might, let me just not say we don't, like I'm talking for everybody. Like some people might like the quiet type that isn't really kind of like in your face or whatever, you know, but this person right here, this person, yeah. I feel like I'm trying to receive another message, but it's kind of like it's a bit kind of like sexual, but like chemistry. Let's just say chemistry, okay? That's easier to say, isn't it? Chemistry. The chemistry between you guys is like, what? They can definitely be kind of like romantic, or maybe you're romantic. There's a lot of like romance here, but there's a lot of like passion too. There's a lot of like dominance and, you know, that crazy, intense, passionate kind of stuff going on here. And yes, if you're wondering if, sorry, I just remembered that I stabbed myself earlier with something. They are definitely, they definitely have their eye on you. And if they haven't already made communication with you, they will be very soon. Like they will be making their move. Or if it's you, you will be making your move. Like there's definitely a coming together here. So if it's romance, yes. If you're wondering about like communication with, I mean, not just relationship, but any kind of communication with any kind of like relationships, because relationships, they go further than like partners, right? It extends to like family, friends, colleagues, whatever it is. There will be communication. The situation will get better. If it is around work or like family or something like that, don't get so caught up in the pattern. I feel like, you know, like someone like with this guy here, right, he can be depending on what scale you want to read this card, it can be seen as toxic, addictive, and all this kind of stuff. So there may be, in some of your relationships, like someone's extending a hand, but you don't really know if you want to grab that hand because you don't really know if you can trust this person. Which is probably why you're kind of like just sitting here looking and kind of going, do I not? I mean, if anything, it is going to make amends. Like, you are going to make amends. If this is outside of a relationship or a love interest or anything like that, there is going to be like amends made. There is going to be communication. Someone is going to extend the hand. Maybe for you guys, it's about just putting something to bed and then moving on. Because you don't really want to get caught up in toxic cycles again. But I feel like all will be okay, you know, like all is well, that kind of thing. Could be a water sign. What's that noise? Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be a Capricorn, could be an air sign. We've got 3 groups of people here. But yes, I feel like, yes, there's going to be amends. Yes, there is a connection. Yes, someone does have their eye on you, or you have your eye on someone. And yes, just yes. Just yeah. So cards number 1, let me know if that resonated with you in the comment section below. And let's see what's happening for pile number 2. Yes or no for pile number 2. Oh Lord. Pile number 2, I'm going to say this is a no. Simply because not only is it feels like combat. It feels like confusion. It feels like you're stuck in the middle between like a rock and a hard place, or whatever the saying is, right? It looks like there's too much, maybe there's too many options, or there's too much going on that creates a lot of conflict. And it's like, you know, these guys, they're all climbing this wand ladder to reach the fire, but I mean, I don't know if you ever touch fire, but it hurts. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, what are they aiming for? What are they trying to grab? What's the fire? Are they trying to get hurt? Like, do you know what I mean? Don't play with fire. Do you know them ones? And if this is you in the middle, which it probably is, right? Which you could be a fire sign, or you just could be a very passionate person. You don't have to be a literal fire sign, but yeah, you're definitely stuck between a hard place right now. Just a lot of like conflict, confusion. Like, they're the 2 things that just keep coming up. I feel like there's a lot of ego involved as well. I feel like there's something else. Maybe you're waiting, like with the 3 of Wands, if that's your energy, maybe you're actually just waiting for someone just to make their fucking mind up, because it just seems like there's just a lot going on. I feel like you could be ready to ride a wave too, but I don't even know if you know what kind of wave you're trying to ride at the moment. Like, you've got all these options. Do you know what kind of wave you want to ride? Or, you know, like in one of my readings last week, I was talking about, like, if you take a kid to a sweet shop and say choose something, if there's a lot of choice, the kid won't know what to choose. But if you say to a child, like, okay, do you want a cake or do you want chocolate? Then they've got 2 things to choose from. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when there's too much option, it can just lead to more confusion, just more stress. So for the moment, pole number 2, I feel like it's a no. But I feel like if it's not you confused about what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go and what you're trying to ride and all that kind of stuff, maybe the environment, maybe you're waiting for someone to make up their mind. Maybe there's just like conflict, whatever it is around this situation that you're asking about. It seems very up in the air, very unstable, very egotistical, very confusing. And I think at some point, and you know, sometimes you have to get back in the control seat and you have to make the choice. If someone is taking too long to make their mind up, like, that's a sign, right? So it's like, then you get back in the driver's seat and you say, do you know what, if it's that difficult, then I'm just going to take my shit and I'm just going to go, because I don't got time to be sitting here worrying about what you're going to choose. I'll just make the choice for you, you know? Do you know what I'm saying, pole number 2? Do you know what I mean? Hopefully you do. But yeah. Pole number 2, let me know if that resonated for you in the comment section below. And I hope to see you in my next video. Let's see what's happening for pole number 3. There's all these weird bits of glitter on my cloth. Don't know if you can see, but anyway. Let's see what's happening for pole number 3. Oh, I like it. Fire energy. Yes. Cards number 3. This is a yes. Whatever you're manifesting, yes. But, there's a but. With the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, I feel like you've got to show up like you own the place, you know? Like, if you're going to do it, what's that quote? I don't know, I can't remember the quote, but it's basically along the lines of like, show up like you own the place or whatever. Like, you've got to show up and you've got to be present, and you have to literally like show up. I don't know any other way to say it. Show up as yourself. It's almost kind of like this thing here. This is kind of like the chess part here. It's kind of saying to me like, checkmate. Like, yeah, I don't know who you're checking, but it's like, you up, mate? You're being checked. Yes. Some of you could also be playing around with a lot of ideas, or a lot of like, you know, like ideas, you know, like, my words ain't flowing today. They never flow anyway, so today's an extra special day for that. You know, gosh, I don't know. Like the creativity, the ideas and stuff, like they're there, but they need you to like take action now. Like, you need to make them happen. Like, it's all very well them being in your head, and it's all very well you having these great feelings about these ideas that you might have and stuff, but you need to deliver now. Like, you need to deliver that stuff to the world, and no one's going to deliver it better than you. It's your idea. I'm picking up on as well, like there's like this, have confidence. It's that like whole, like, you know, like when you walk into a bar or whatever, walk in like you own the place. Like, just bring your presence, bring your power, like ground yourself in who the fuck you are, and just like rock up like, hey bitches, I'm here, I've arrived, you know. Try not to get caught up in like this whirlpool of like going round in circles. Like, make a choice, get on that choice, deliver it. There is something else that's trying to come through, but it's kind of stuck. It's between like the manifestation, because I'm drawn to like the manifestation pool and the fact that she's manifested whatever she's manifesting in her hand. You know, like in, I don't know, I don't really watch Pokemon, but, or like, you know, like those kind of programs, like Superpower, and it's kind of like, you know, like, boom, fire flies from the hands, or like, you know, Spider-Man, and webs come flying out. Who was that character that if they pointed to something, it would change into whatever they wanted it to? I don't know if it's a cartoon or if it was like, I don't know. I don't even know if that made sense. It was just something that was, I was very drawn to the pool of like energy here and the manifestation here and the manifestation going from this to that, and they're both using their hands to like, anyway, cards number 3. I'm going to leave it there with that one before I go off on a mad one. So let me know if that resonated for you guys in the comment section below. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Love you all. Bye.